bitch, just slide and get your lick back. And get your lick back. I feel like I'm JX. J-Way. I'm a perfectionist. Adderall got me restless. I'm gone. Run with a wild crew, they get reckless. Young boy, come up off that neck. Give me that. To the trends. See a lead, be the band.
Good evening and welcome to another episode of, you know what, I ain't even got my stuff up here correctly. But this is Post-Game Podcast, and we got some breaking news. Luka and Anthony Davis have been traded for each other. Luka is obviously heading to LA, and AD is headed to Dallas. But let's get into the details of the trade real quick. I won't worry about the logo up here. That's not a big deal. All right. So in the trade, the Lakers will receive Maxi Kleber and Markieff Morris from the Mavericks, and Dallas will receive Max Christie and the Lakers 2029 first round pick. Oh, wow. So Dallas will receive I don't know what, he's probably in 7th grade right now, but it'll be a first round pick, and it probably won't be a very good pick, assuming Luka Doncic is successful in 2028. And I guess the Jazz was involved in this because they get Jalen Hood-Schifino, and the Clippers receive a 2nd round pick from Dallas. So my knee-jerk reaction, I just woke up and saw this trade. Well, first of all, as far as the backstory, this is a situation where Luka was happy in Dallas, and Dallas initiated this offer. It appears that they were concerned about the long term with as far as Luka is concerned, and his ability to be durable, stay healthy over the next few years. And obviously this is a big move for LA to try to make a push for the playoffs. We're talking about two of the highest IQ basketball players in Luka and LeBron teaming up. JJ Redick obviously has ties to Dallas. He played with Luka kind of at the tail end of his career. So this is an interesting move for him. But yeah, as far as my reaction to as far as the teams now, obviously, like I said, you have two highly skilled and high IQ players in LeBron and Luka. I'm not sure about the fit, though. I mean, Luka is a decent outside shooter, so I think that he can possibly work well with LeBron in a spot up shooter role on the outside, but that's certainly not what he thrives. That's certainly not the style that he thrives upon. Another thing that I see from this is that LA was already lacking interior defense. They were looking for a center, so getting a guy like Luka certainly doesn't help that. Maxi Kleber and Markieff Morris are not guys that are going to clock serious minutes, and certainly aren't going to play at the center position. So I have no idea what they're going to do there. I don't know if there's more moves to make, but yeah, I think that's a little odd. They're certainly going to score some points, but I don't know. I think this kind of slows. Not that AD was a transition player, but I don't know who starts the fast break. Is it Luka starting the fast break and getting it out to LeBron? Possibly. LeBron's still a force in the open court, but I don't see how. I don't know if LeBron's breaking down if LeBron is breaking down the defense, is Luka standing in the corner going to be an effective? Is that going to be an effective play right there? Let's look at Luka's stats. First of all, he's been hurt for the last, I don't know how many games. He's only played 22 games this year. He's shooting 35% from the field. And this is a guy that had Kyrie Irving, as his teammate. So he had somebody that that it was able to kind of break down the defense and create open opportunities. And he only managed 35% from three, which isn't horrible, but isn't great either. But yeah, Luka, I mean, he's got a ton of points this year, 28 points per game. He's 46 from the field, which isn't horrible. Only 7.8 assists, so 2 assists down from last year. It took a little while, and this kicks off the trade deadline. This was an early blockbuster trade that nobody had on their bingo card, but it took a while for Luka to get acclimated with Kyrie. They didn't even make the playoffs the first year that that trade took place. Granted, it was right at the trade deadline, I believe, so there wasn't as much time to spare, but it appears that LA was seeking a long-term face of the franchise post LeBron. So that'll take some getting used to. I think Luka's going to look funny in a Lakers jersey, but I mean, I think this is a big deal because Luka is one of the emerging stars of the league, and now he's playing in the number one market. So this was a big move. This was obviously LeBron doesn't have much time, and there was rumors that he might want to go to Golden State. So this is another chance for him to get a ring, I guess. But I don't know. We're gonna have to see. You might have Dorian Finney-Smith playing center, the small ball center at times, because I cannot think of. I guess Jackson Hayes maybe. I'd have to look and see how they go about that. Let's get into the break, and then we're going to talk about the Dallas Mavericks side of things. All right, so let's go back to the Dallas Mavericks side. So they receive Max Christie and a first-round pick in 2029. So not a whole lot. Obviously, Luka has a lot of obviously AD has a pretty big salary, so there wasn't much to match salary. But when I really look at it, I think, well, first and foremost, I can't remember a time when the Dallas Mavericks ever had a top-notch rim defender or just a top-notch defender in general. So I think this provides a lot of stability to a team that has always looked to find, good rim protection. I mean, they've had Daniel Gafford, and I must say, I got an opportunity to watch him play in Detroit last week on Friday night, and he is a damn good rim protector. This and AD has been desired to play the four ever since he got to LA. I believe that this gives him an opportunity to play the four. Daniel Gafford can protect the rim. I mean, AD's still going to be able to protect the rim and play strong defense, but this opens up an opportunity for him to play the four and have Gafford at the five or Derek Lively at the five, however they want to play that. So yeah, this is going to provide some stability because one thing that Dallas had, they had perimeter scorers, Luka, Kyrie, Spencer Dinwiddie on occasion. Guys like PJ Washington on the wing, who has emerged this year. He's having a pretty good year. But now they have a bona fide interior presence with AD. I mean, AD is still a top 10 player in the league. But yeah, PJ Washington, he's averaging 14 points a game. But as of late, 22, 25, 19, 17, he's been contributing pretty well to the team. So yeah, this provides some balance. They got a good young player and Max Christie who can shoot from the outside. Let's look at his stats. Max Christie, he's averaging 8.5 points a game. Not too bad. He's shooting 44% from the field. Let's see what his 3-point percentage looks like. 36 from three, 85% from the free throw line. So, yeah, he's a good complementary player. He's a guy that can play off the bench. Without Luka in the Pistons game, I mean, they had a decent effort outside of Kyrie, but they definitely needed some punch off the bench. Um, so I think Max Christie is going to provide that. But this should be interesting. I want to say that AD is on a short-term contract. Anthony Davis. So his contract expires. Player option. Okay, so no, he's making some pretty big money. So so Anthony Davis is a player that they will have up to one, two more years, as many as 3 more years, because he's got a player option in 2027, which, I mean, making 66 million. I believe that he'll probably pick that up, because at that point he probably won't be worth that anywhere else. But you never know. So this is a long-term situation for them, at least for the next 2 seasons, and max 3, depending on if he wants to pick up that $66 million player option. So yeah, it's gonna be the Kyrie and AD show for the next couple of years. I'm not sure. I guess we'll just humor each other on. All right, so he signed a 2-year deal himself. Kyrie did, with a player option in 2027 as well. It looks like. Oh, player option in 2025 that he can pick up for $45 million. So, so yeah, unless we have other dealings in the future, they're going to have Kyrie for the next 2 years as well. So we'll see. I think that scoring wise, LA is kind of right back to is scoring wise. They're kind of where they were before, as far as 80 for Luka. The scoring production is about even. Obviously, Luka has amazing playmaking ability, so he can open up some things for. He can open up. First of all, he can play make while LeBron's on the court. They're taking that. Away from guys like Austin Reeves, who have done pretty well in that role, but obviously not to the level of a Luka Doncic. But defensively, I think this handicaps them. Luka is not a guy that locks up on defense. So we'll see how that goes. But I don't know who's going to protect the rim for LA. I don't know if they have plans to go and get anybody else, but that seems to be a glaring hole in my opinion. So stay tuned. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how things develop. I would imagine that Luka is ramping up to get back on the court. There's no way they made this trade with the understanding that he was going to miss another month. He's missed quite a bit of time already, so it may be time. I want to say AD didn't play yesterday against New York in a game that LeBron kind of dominated. I think he had a triple-double in that game, but yeah, so AD didn't play. He got hurt in the previous game, but I would imagine that he's going to be coming back pretty soon as well. But we will see. Stay tuned. Please subscribe to Bleacher Speakers on YouTube and Post Game Podcasts on all audio aggregators. It's your boy Foster Chatham out.